Hey. Hey, hey, it's the end of the year, ladies. You guys better get happy. Hey, who's in the chat? Okay, you guys, my hair is doing something crazy, so we're gonna do this on the live because this is what we do when we're live. We brush our hair. All good, all good. I see we got one person popping in. What up? Hey, hey. Tap, tap, tap in. It's the end of the year and we made it. Hey, tap, tap, tap in. Tap, tap, tap in. Oh my God. Hey, tap, tap, tap in. Let me put this right here like that. Make sure y'all can see the t-shirt. The t-shirts are here. Hey, 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 we got three ladies in the building. We'll let a few more people come in. You know, this is live. Oh, we got 5 in the building. Drop down in the private chat, ladies. Tell me good morning. Say hello to you guys. Hello. Hey. Hey. We made it. End of the year. 2020. Out of here. Hey, 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 tap, tap, tap in. What up, y'all? Okay, let me stop with the antics. Woo! What up, what up, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see if my laptop is too high because I want to make sure you guys see the shirts. Welcome to the very last finale of the year of Black Girl Boss Chat 2020. It is the last one. I'm so excited because next year I'm definitely going to be looking at sponsors and partners for this, and I've already got some interest, so that's a good thing. And I have a really, really good guest today, guys. The one, the only, Sharita Humphrey. As you know, she is the money mentor. So super excited. We got a bunch of stuff to talk with you guys about getting your money together, money strategies for 2021. Girl, get your money right, trips, tips, and tricks, and all of that fun stuff. So you know, I'm still trying to get used to being on camera. So if I look here, I'm looking at the green dot, and if I look here, I'm looking right at you guys. So how's everyone doing? You know, I'm on StreamYard, my favorite. Shout out to StreamYard. I'm definitely going to try to be affiliated next year. Well, not try. I think I will be. I think I will be an affiliate because I shout them out so much. So we are on StreamYard. As usual, you know, I'm going to do everything live. Oh, I got a thumbs up from someone. Thank God. Everyone give me a thumbs up if the sound sounds good in the Facebook group. Because you guys know we had some technical difficulties with the bad girl of Ready to Love Some More Red Wine. So Sharita and I actually did a quick video before this to check the sound, and the sound was fabulous. So I'm hoping the sound is still good on this one. So if you could drop down in the chat for me and just let me know, send me a thumbs up, send me something. I'm actually going to go on the Facebook group right now. This is the power of StreamYard, you guys, because you know we do all this stuff live. So I'm going to jump in the group with you guys. I make sure that we sound good. So if we sound good on the stream, one of you guys let me know. Nicole, can you jump in and just say, hey, it sounds great or something? Just let me know we sound good. As I plug up my laptop, let's see. Somebody say something in the chat. Let me just ask y'all. On the stream, one of you guys let me know. Nicole, can you jump in and just say, hey, it sounds great or something? Good? Just let me know we sound good. Well, it sounds good on my end. Let's see. So let me jump out of there. It sounds absolutely amazing, actually. So I'm super excited about that. So guys, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the final Black Girl Boss Chat of the year. The first things I want to do is show you guys, yes, champagne and melanin. Boom. The shirts are here. All the shirts are here, guys. I'm so super excited. Of course, I have to give Sharita a shirt and a few other people, but this is very glossy and very fabulous, and it's exactly as the logo. So please get your shirts in the merchandise shop. The Champagne Melanin shirts are here. I Am the Table is here. The No Shirt Ain't Pump Won't Chant is here. What else? Oh, Wi-Fi lashes and projects are here. So all of those fun sayings from the mugs are here in the t-shirt. So I'm super excited about that. So definitely jump in and support your girl. I'm going to do way more photo shoots. The sweatshirts are here. Now, of course, since we live in Texas, the sweatshirts will be good till about February, but you can wear them all the time. I know a lot of you guys go into offices, go to cold weather areas, and these sweatshirts are bomb. I put my whole heart and soul into sourcing this merchandise because I will not put nothing on my back that you ladies would not wear either. So I think you really like the product. So definitely start with your t-shirts. Champagne and Melanin. It's the Bella canvas, so it's got that good lycra, so it really kind of hugs the body. I completely love it. I think I did a great job sourcing this out, so I'm super excited. So welcome to a Black Girl Boss Chat. It's your girl, Jules, known as Julie O. Griffin. I am the founder of Champagne and Melanin and the creator of J. Griffin Public Relations, a boutique PR firm that has been in service for 15 years. Why did I find Champagne and Melanin? Let me tell you. A couple of years ago, 15 years ago, I became an entrepreneur and it was not sexy. Left a six-figure salary with an amazing oil and gas company to do my own thing. This is pre-Instagram. This is pre-Good Times, pre-LinkedIn. Everyone's like, girl, are you crazy? And I'm like, no, I just feel like I can do this better. And plus, since I'm still super, super young, I want to fail big quickly. Because if this don't work out, you already know we're going back to corporate. But it just kept working out. And I started Champagne and Melanin because a couple of years ago, I found that there was this huge groundswell in Atlanta and DC and Chicago of conferences, workshops, and women entrepreneur groups. And I knew we had that here in Houston because I knew all the Black women. So I decided to just kind of pull us together and bring us together and start Champagne and Melanin, where we create, celebrate, and collaborate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. So that includes money, travel, health, wealth, building your business, and really having a connected group so you don't feel like you're in a silo and you don't feel like you are alone. You are not alone. Anyway, so that's how Champagne and Melanin started. So I'm so excited to be here. StreamYard is the bomb, you guys. As you can see underneath, we have our ticker tape. Welcome to a Black Girl Boss Chat with the money mentor, the fabulous, the wonderful Sharita Humphrey. She's going to let the people have it. But first, it's time for the church announcements. So let's just do a quick run through. As always, follow us on Instagram. Give me a follow at Champagne and Melanin because that's where all the magic happens, guys. That's where I do a lot of my announcements, a lot of just different posts and everything else. But also, if you jump into the bio link up there, that's where everything is listed. So joining the mailing list, getting on the private emails, all of the grants and stuff that I do, all the workshops that I do. And I know I have a bunch of stuff I have coming up in January. So I'm super excited about that. Next, of course, shop the merchandise. Yes, shop the merchandise store. This is an example of the brand. You guys said, no, I said this year I wanted to elevate the brand more. This is the first time ever I've gone into merch. You know, I'm a service brand. Public relations is a service brand, but, you know, Champagne and Melanin serves so many women. I decided to go into merchandise. So phone cases, mugs, t-shirts, and sweaters. So this is an example. The Champagne and Melanin shirt is extra crispy. It's fabulous. I love it. And it's got that good lycra. So definitely go on the merchandise shop, get you some new products for spring 2021 and support the brand. Next, of course, if you are here, join the Facebook group. If you're watching us from YouTube, hello, YouTube fans. Hi, how are you, YouTube land? Join the Facebook group because that's where a lot of stuff is going to be going down in 2021 also. Next, I definitely want you guys to join my second masterclass in 2021 because on January 5th, I'm teaching a class about using your brand on LinkedIn and how to elevate yourself on LinkedIn. So definitely join my Be Your Own Publicist, DIY PR in 2021 is where it's going to be at. Do not try to call me with this minuscule to absolutely nothing budgets. I don't want to talk to you. A lot of these things you can actually do yourself before you scale up to get a PR firm or a publicist. So DIY PR, Be Your Own Publicist. Tuesday, January 12th, 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. is going to be chock full of information. And if you came to my first class, you know, everyone that came to the first one in November, it was crazy because I'm still getting feedback from that. So think about that. We're going to have even more information. Tuesday, January 12th, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Be Your Own Publicist, DIY PR 2021. Get into it. Next, definitely shoot me an email. If you have a question about a Black Girl Boss Chat, do you want to be featured on a Black Girl Boss Chat? Do you want to sponsor a Black Girl Boss Chat? Or do you have some great topics or some people that you're like, hey, do you know her? I want to see her on a Black Girl Boss Chat. I'm already filling out the roster for January and February and March. It's going to be some amazing women. So I'm excited about that. So shoot me an email. Just shoot me a question about anything that you have. book a discovery call with me. As you know, I'm now on Clubhouse. Yay! And someone dropped it in my ear. Stop doing free discovery calls. So I said, okay. I took them off there. But if you want to invest in your brand, book a discovery call with me. $75 for a discovery call. Let's go through your questions, your answers before you start investing and shelling out your good Black girl magic brand entrepreneur money elsewhere. Let's really figure out what you need to do with a small engagement rather than a large engagement and you don't get what you want. So definitely do that. Last but not least, give me a visit, www.julieogriffith.com. My PR firm, that's where all the magic happens. Take a run through, see if you like anything in there. But if you need press publicity, communications for your brand strategy, entrepreneurship, media coaching or consulting, and more importantly, prepping for VC capital and prepping for pitch competitions for 2021, which is going to be a big thing, definitely give your girl a shout. And definitely last but not least, follow me everywhere. Instagram and Clubhouse is where I really connect. Follow me at Julie O. Griffith. That's right, Julie O. Griffith on IG and Clubhouse. I'm doing a lot of things in 2021, so I definitely want to hear from you guys, not only with my JG Griffith and Julie O. Griffith, but definitely with Champagne and Melanin. So, church announcements are done. And one thing I love about StreamYard, you see I keep looking to the right-hand side, is because I'm able to kind of keep the timer on my clock. So, I absolutely love StreamYard. I'm definitely going to be an affiliate next year. I definitely am. I'm going to be an affiliate. I'm going to do something with them. I'm trying to figure out how to take this thing off the ticker tape and so it doesn't scroll on the bottom. So let's just do this right here. Follow me on Clubhouse. Let's do this right here. Yeah, that's what we want to do. No more ticker tape. So I'm definitely trying to figure out how to be an affiliate with them. I definitely think all Black women entrepreneurs that are looking for a way to get into video streaming, YouTube is hard to upload videos. Other stuff is individual. You guys, get a StreamYard account. And please do not get the basic one with that stupid duck in the corner. Okay, you see what we have on ours. We have Champagne and Melanin because we invest in our business. Go ahead and get the second tier. Frame it out. Get your messaging together. If you want to be able to spree cost quickly to all of your platforms on Facebook and YouTube, have everything done at one time, and Instagram, use StreamYard. I'm telling you, it's the best thing smoking. It's the quickest way to get in contact with your audience. And the audio and everything on the back end, all the back end tools and how you can use the content as evergreen is amazing. So I'm an advocate for StreamYard. I definitely say use it if you're trying to figure out how do I start doing more video content in 2021 and get it to the masses at one time. StreamYard is your girl. Don't be cheap, because if I see that little duck on your broadcast, I'm going to clown you mercilessly for the rest of the broadcast. Then I'm going to go in your IG and DMs and be like, sis, what are we doing? Do we work for StreamYard? Is your business StreamYard? Then why am I seeing a duck logo? Okay. So do that. Let's get it together. So it is now 11:14. I'm super excited. Oh, one more thing, guys, supporting Black businesses. Y'all know I always reach to the right. So you can see my crazy ass board. So this is all going to be gone by the end of the day because we're getting ready for 2021. Y'all know I love a whiteboard. And I tell all my sisters, have a whiteboard. As you can see, this was all December. I'm not going to say everything on here was completed, but it's all going to be gone. So we're starting fresh. So definitely, if you're not a whiteboard girl, I strongly encourage you to get one, because you have to walk past this every day in your office or your house and see all the crap that you haven't done. And it reminds you to get on top of your stuff. But I have exciting news. Chic Geeks. Yes, you guys, let me go close to the camera. Chic Geeks. I don't know if you guys know who Chic Geeks is, but it's a Black-owned accessory company for your laptops, your cell phones, and everything else. So that means, yes, finally, the gods have spoken, guys. I have a new laptop. So I'm actually talking to you for the very last time on Big Bertha. And as you guys know, Big Bertha was my foray into entrepreneurship world. It is a MacBook Pro from 2010, early adopter, one of the best laptops I've ever had. I've replaced the motherboard and the hard drive like 4 times. It's a 15-inch MacBook Pro, but it is time for me to step into the new world with my new Apple 13-inch 1T. It's amazing. It has everything. But I was like, if I'm going to be sexy in 2021, I got to get a good cover. So I got the Chic Geeks cover. It is their signature snakeskin, faux crocodile snakeskin. I got the cover. I'm super excited. This is going on the new laptop. So I'm going to do a little funeral for the old laptop. I'm going to do a little video on IG. But you guys support a Black-owned business and make your product sexy. So hopefully Chic Geeks will see this and partner and sponsor us, because that's what we really want in 2021. So Moving on. Now it is 11:16. Perfect timing to bring on my girl, so I can quit talking. Oh, and by the way, I have an Essence mug right now because I forgot to go over here and get my champagne and melanin mug. I didn't want you guys looking at a wall because I have on my fabulous T-shirt. But yes, you guys, it is official. Essence Festival will be in person in July in New Orleans. You guys, if you have clients, products, if you're a brand, go ahead and start getting ready for July. Yes, we're going to be masked up. And again, it is contingent on if the world comes to an end and collapses. But right now, everyone planning to go to New Orleans. You know, for a lot of Black women entrepreneurs, business owners, service brands, especially product brands, it was a really big, significant thing missing out on Essence because a lot of you guys make about 50% of your business for the year at Essence Festival. So Essence is in the works. Get ready, get it popping. You know, I will be there for the entire week, just like CBC. So we're getting back to business, but again, that's contingent on if Dr. Fauci can save us. So that being said, I want to introduce you guys to one of my good girlfriends, my Sagittarius sister in arms, someone that I met literally on a whim. And when, what's her name? Our favorite girl, our BFF, Michelle Obama, came in town. She was doing her tour. And I was like, you know, was it Oprah Winfrey, Michelle Obama? I think it was Michelle Obama. She came in town and was doing her tour. And that was when she was doing her Becoming tour. And I was able to get tickets and so on and so forth. And I was like, who can I take with me? And she and I had connected on Facebook and Instagram. And I was like, you know what? I'll take Sharita. And she literally, I was like, hey, come meet me at my apartment. I'm literally down the block from the Toyota Center, if you don't live in Houston, the Yoda Center. Let's go over here. You know, I know we know each other through Facebook and Instagram. We've always interacted. You seem like a cool chick, and I just love what you're doing in the financial market in the area. And we hit it off like gangbusters. We had so much fun. It was the best time ever. I'm completely like, you know, and ever since then, it's just been, girl, let's chat on the phone. Let's talk. Let's get this together. She cheers everything that I do. I cheer her, the money mindset movement. She has an amazing Facebook group. She's been featured on several times now on The Breakfast Club as one of the money mentors, financial gurus, financial experts. She's been featured on several different platforms, and she has the most interesting story from poverty to prosperity. I mean, I'm talking about from the poorhouse to the big house, and I cannot give her story justice. So we want her to talk about it all by herself. She's going to talk about some tools and tricks. She's going to talk about, girl, get your money right for November, for 2021. And we're also going to talk about generational wealth strategies, and just all the fun stuff that she do. So I thought this was a great way to wrap up the year, not only for you to think about how you did financially this year, but what you need to do to set yourself up for 2021 and beyond. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on our speaker. You know how we do when I do it live. I show y'all exactly what I'm doing. So she's in the green room, and here she is. Boom!
Boom! Sagittarius.
Yes! Sagittarius. Hold on. Let's do a virtual cheers to the end of the year. You ready? 1, 2, 3. We gotta tap in. Cheers. Yes.
And you see that Sagittarius.
I think I have Essence and you have Sagittarius. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love how you sit it to the side so we can see that Sharita M. Humphrey. If you could scoot this way a little bit. No, the other way. Yes, perfect. Right there. Now you're dead center. Yeah, you are all the way to the left. But we see that. Show the people. Tell them show the people that Sharita M. Humphrey.
Yeah. So
that's how you do it. That's how you do a broadcast. You get your brand together. That you see, my girl. You see this? That's how we do a broadcast on a Black Girl Boss. Sharita, talk to the people. Good morning,
y'all. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Great time to be able to bring me. First of all, thank you for that wonderful introduction. If you do not have a publicist, why? Do you see the way she brought me to the stage? I was in the backstage, like, yes. So with that, like she said, I have been on several publications. I'm actually a part of a series for women entrepreneurs, sponsored by iHeartMedia, thanks to Angela Yee and Stacey Tisdale with the Breakfast Club. It is about empowering women across the Black and brown women across the country to get their money right. So it was just right in alignment with what I'm doing. I'm always grateful to be a money friend to the Breakfast Club and iHeartMedia, and especially Wealth Wednesday, hosted with Angela Yee. So always grateful to be there. Have been in Forbes, like she mentioned, claiming Forbes again in 2021, working on a couple of things in the background. But yes, I've done everything from Median, Credit Karma, Chase, you name it. I probably been affiliated in some type of way, but it's always because I have very great friends and colleagues like Julie cheering me on. And one of the things that they always are looking for. So I challenge all of you guys, tag the hell out of StreamYard, so that way we don't want an affiliate program for Julie. We are claiming a partnership in 2021. Affiliates are good, but let's really get to the money and help Julie get a partnership, because let me tell you something. It was people advocating for me is the reason why, and making sure my branding was right, that I'm a partner of Self. So many of you guys know them as Self Lender. I am actually a partner. I went from being a brand ambassador, now a full partner with Self. And
Hold
that's
on a
because
second. Cheers. Get the cup.
thank you.
Okay, you gotta
Yes.
pull it. Get your cup. Pull it back here.
Yes.
Okay, now
Ready.
go towards the camera.
Yes.
Cheers. Hey,
Yes.
that's a girl.
So I
That's what we
always
do.
tell you guys that the West way is, of course, we have to have our branding done first, but to really get to the money, we have to support one another. We have to continue to say, hey, StreamYard, hey, Self, hey, Essence, have you heard of such and such? Why? They're doing this. So we could really put money in each other's pockets just by a share, just by sending an email. Get on Twitter. If you don't have an email, Twitter is the quickest way to be able to get to someone and get to the money. If you are a person who is looking for funding, oh, I'm going to tell you guys how to use Twitter on Saturdays, because all the investors on Saturdays are where if you want to find an investor, it's overwhelmed on Monday through Friday. On Saturdays, go on there, hop on Twitter on Saturdays. Follow Julie. If you're not sure how to use Julie, then you definitely need to pay for that $75 call so she can give you a strategy on how to be able to use Twitter. Because let me tell you something, a lot of people, including my mentor, has told me that the money is on Saturdays on Twitter. So I just told you guys how to get to the money. But if you want a strategy on how to be able to do it, $75 should not keep you out of 7,500 or 75,000. So invest with this young lady, please, so that way you can get to the real coins, because the real coins come by investment. You can only free your way for so long. A freebie is great. It's a seed, not the harvest. So if you
Hold on
want
one
to be,
second. I need to repeat that because I'm writing this down. You can only free your way for so long.
yes,
This is why this
you
is who I bring on a Black Girl Boss Chat. We're not playing. We are not playing with y'all. Continue.
okay, you can only free yourself so long. And that game that I just got you, I'm telling you guys, I tell my clients all the time, go to Twitter, use it. Instagram is great, but if you want to get to the real bosses, they're on Twitter and LinkedIn. The way that we're going to help Julie get that is we're going to tag the heck out of on Twitter, StreamYard. Go to them, follow them on Instagram, tell them why they should be doing this. Go to StreamYard and find out who's working there on LinkedIn. Make the connections, because this is what we do for one another when we're trying to get to the money. If we don't know how to get to it, then we utilize our ecosystems. And I'm going to tell you something, since we're talking about closing out the year with on a real boss level, it's a difference between having a network and an ecosystem. My network is people that I know. You guys have thousands of business cards. My ecosystem is where I get to the opportunities, where I get to the resources, where I get to access, but ultimately where I get to the money. So you need to know and identify what the difference is between a network and an ecosystem. And
Absolutely.
you
So I
need to
hope
know
you
the
guys are getting
difference.
that. A network and an ecosystem are two very different things. And Sharita said, the money mentor said, if you don't know the difference right now, you're leaving money on the table, right, Sharita?
Rest. And the game and the goal in 2021 is, I tell people, well, what do you do? I said I help people to learn the defense and offense strategy to add commas to their bank account. When you can add commas to your bank account, whether that's on the personal side or in your business, you can do something that most people can't buy. You can buy back your time. Yes, you can buy back your time, because a lot of times is we're spending time on things trying to figure it out, trying to figure out who do I need to follow to be able to get media. You don't need to do that. You need to invest $75 or whatever her package is, her tier package, to even get your foot in the door, because sometimes we're wasting time. And this is why we're leaving money on the table. We're creating unnecessary stress and unnecessary debt, because I'm not trying to talk about anyone, but I've seen so many people spend money on coaching, and you don't even know, and you don't even have the strategy to be able to pay your bills. We will not rob Peter to pay payroll in 2021. Again, I will say that we will not rob Peter to pay payroll in 2021, because guess what? It keeps you out of opportunities like getting the PPP and the EDIL, which helps businesses grow. It stops you from also getting access to grants. If you don't know your numbers, it is vital that you understand what your numbers are in 2021. Because let me tell you something, grant opportunities are coming down the line. And I can tell you guys about 10 grants that are focused on Black and brown women. But if you do not have your numbers together, and Julie can tell you, because guess what? Let's clap up Julie for winning that Facebook grant. And that's because she had all of her things together in the front of it as far as the branding, but had the back office stuff when it comes to her numbers and being able to supply those things. Because a lot of times they're asking, just because it's a grant, depending on that grant and who that grant is coming from, they may ask for your tax returns. You don't have those tax returns, guess what? You lose your spot. You lose opportunities and look, you left money on the table. So yes, I talk about debt and savings and credit and all of those things, but who I'm primarily talking to, because when I started, like she told you guys, and this is how we're going to go back so that way we can speed back up to what I'm talking about now. You're looking at a young woman who was homeless. I'm not talking about this homeless where I had a friend. If you didn't watch the video, if you didn't watch last year when I shared it with the Breakfast Club and with Charlamagne and Angela Yee, you can check it out on their on their YouTube page. But when I say homeless with no address, I had no way to get mail. UPS had nowhere else to send me mail. So I'm not telling you from someone who came from wealth, but wealth is coming from me, not will, it's coming from me. Because whether I tell you how to be able to give you the resources and give you the access to the people that you need, because I work with and partner with angel investors and venture capitalists and other platforms. I'm actually working with Bama. If you're in Houston, then you need to reach out to me, because I'm one of the Bama advisors. So they're strictly for minority startups. So this is a way for you to be able to get access to funding. So a lot of times I know that a lot of people are saying most of the times the funding is always for revenue generating businesses, not for startups. Now you have no excuse, because Bama has made it where you can actually get access to funding, whether that's from a venture capitalist or angel investor, even from a crowdfunding platform. And now you have someone who has direct access and can take you right to those decision makers, because sometimes money is not just monetary or what's in your bank account. Sometimes the money is the access, that the tables that you can get to. Because if someone can I would rather have 10,000. I would pass on $10,000 than to work with on a grant. And this doesn't make sense, because different network. I would rather pay Julie to make sure that when I step up on a stage or I'm ready for media, that I am what did she say? I am champagne and melanin. I would rather do that, because guess what? It's about the ecosystem. $10,000 does me nothing if I can get back on the Breakfast Club and talk to 51 million. Do you see the difference between the ecosystem? And it's about that. You have to be able to know what the difference is, because sometimes we stop our own opportunity, because we're looking at it from this standpoint. Are you going to let $75 or $7,500 stop you from getting in front of 51 million people? What opportunity can that happen from that one 30-minute slot? I called Julie before I stepped on the plane. I said, hey, I haven't said anything to anybody. I'm going to be on the Breakfast Club in 2 days. She's like, what? I said, but I'm ready. But guess what I did before I stepped on the plane? I called her and I said, hey, I need to make sure that I'm 51 million people ready. I was 51 million people ready. You know why? Because I said it to them, and I wrote it. I got
Uh-oh. We can't hear
Oh,
you.
so
There you go.
sorry.
You're back.
Yeah, so if you saw 51 people, 51 million people, but I wrote down, and when I was sitting in my hotel room talking to Julie when I was in New York after I did it, guess what? The opportunities were ridiculous. I went on a full media blitz. And it was because I made the right investments. I made sure to know what the difference was, just not having a network, but being able to, because sometimes you may not have the money to be able to afford a Julio Griffith. But what can you do that will help her to get to the next level? Because that's how you get into her ecosystem. Can you that same monetary thing that you may not have, can you pick up the phone? Are you willing to do the research? Are you willing to reach out? Sometimes is the money is in you supporting someone else. It's
Mhm.
not always about you and your business. A share, a like can bring so much attention to yourself, because guess what? Anytime I'm doing something, heck, I'm always surprised, because if I share something, guess what I see? All of my ecosystem in their stories, they're like, yes, here you go.
Yes.
Here's the money mentor. But guess how many people now, new people that I've gotten in front of? You see how I save money on marketing? It's because I'm using my ecosystem. So that money that I'm now being able to save on marketing, I can invest and I can give back. I did a giveaway. I'm always doing giveaways, whether it's for my services to help you add commas to your bank account, or I'm giving you a service. Because guess what? In 2021, I'm going to give somebody a service with Julio Griffith, so you can really get the inside. Because guess what? You guys are only getting the surface. If you think she's great on the surface, work with her. If you can really work with her and she can come up with a strategy. I'm not a person. I don't want you guys to think, hey, she's just saying this. No, I've seen her work. I've seen what she's done. I've seen what she did when she took me under her arm and she said, sis, you got something. Let's take it to a whole nother level. And I'm telling you guys right now, I'm going to be in Forbes in 2021 for the second time. And it's not just for the accolades. It's not for the accolades. It's just because sometimes you need more than 30,000 followers. You need real media street cred, because
You
guess
need
what?
that clout.
No one can take that from you. That is how you really be able to get to a position where you can monetize. So let's talk about the money aspect of it.
Okay,
I'm not a,
let me jump in really quick
go
with two
ahead.
things I want to go back to before we get to that, because you started a conversation that I really want to have. So first of all, just to piggyback on what she's saying, you guys, social proof and media clout in 2021 are going to be where your equity is at. Yes, 30,000 followers on Instagram is fabulous. Yes, Facebook engagement and people liking and yes, and all that stuff is cute. But she's going on Forbes for the second time. And this is my people. We hang out. Forbes for the second time. Social proof, media clout. If you want to see your ecosystem start buying your products, your services, booking you for coaching, consulting, your books, anything that you do, it's almost like a Prince album. I don't need to listen to the whole thing. It's Prince. Done. Whatever it is, it's going to be fabulous.
Right.
So y'all better listen to this. So I want to segue real quick because I know where you're about to go, but I want to take it back to what you said about PPP. Because I can definitely tell you, as someone that was also a recipient of PPP, you guys, I went through the Magic Johnson program, MBDE Capital Partners. Make sure you hit me up. I'm going to put it in the chat. MBDE Capital Partners. I'm going to put / Magic Johnson. Now, what a lot of you guys don't realize is that the quickest, I was turned down so much with these regular banks and running around with them trying to make their fees. I applied through MBDE Capital Partners, which is the Magic Johnson program. You guys, Black women entrepreneurs, left and right, signing left and right. One round of paperwork and that was it. He is on it. If you need to do PPP for 2021, I would definitely go through the MBE Capital Partners program. I will send you the information. But I want to touch on what you said about not having your paperwork together. I can definitely tell you, I know women that were turned down for not only the PPP, but these grants and these sponsorships because they were using a Yahoo or a Gmail email as their business email. They don't even have a check-in or saving account because you had to have a DBA to have that. They were using their personal checking accounts with their routing and ACH number. They weren't getting it that way. They weren't even using their taxes from last year because they're thinking, well, if I'm not profitable, I can't use my taxes. No one cares about profit on taxes. All they care about is the paperwork. Have you filed a tax of any kind? You could make $2. Do you know what that means? That means you've leaped over everyone else in the line because your paperwork for either the PPP or these Facebook grants, the scholarships and money is together. A lot of people thought that the companies were like, oh, well, I'm a Black entrepreneur, so you should just give me this money. No, it's just like Sharita said. They're looking at your logo, your website. Is your email address julie@juliagriffin.com, or is it hotmama@hotmail.com? They're looking at what you're doing in the industry. When you put in your routing and ACH number and it's your personal checking account and not a business checking and saving account, don't you know you're disqualifying yourself? So Sharita, I want you to speak to that because I really think after this, you and I might have to do just a complete class on getting people ready for grants and PPP in 2021. And I want to do it early in January. So I want you to speak to the preparedness or the lack of preparedness of what will disqualify you from not only PPP, but these amazing grant programs that I know for a fact, a little bird, you guys has told me that a lot of companies that missed the boat in 2020 are coming. And the ones that were on top of the boat, like Facebook, are going to be bigger and blacker in 2021. So there's money everywhere. So Sharita, if you could talk to that, that would be great.
Yes. So let's definitely talk about the lack thereof, because a lot of people missed a lot of money. They left money on the table, and we're not going to do that in 2021. So you have to, if you do not have a business bank account, let me tell you what's going to happen. A lot of these banking institutions, because I'm working with a lot of micro lenders and the larger banks, when they get that, they're preparing in the background. What happens is, and even your credit unions, because I can tell you Navy Federal shut down you being able to open new business bank accounts. You know why? Because everybody who was unprepared started to flood. They opened up the floodgates and we're trying to get business bank accounts open. You do not want to do this. If you don't have a business bank account and you know you're going to be going after any type of loans or funding, you need to have your business. You cannot commingle. I'm a former government auditor and analyst. You cannot commingle monies, not yours and especially not theirs, because I can tell you right now, the IRS has already said that they will increase auditing in 2021 by 50%. So if you have not, or if you are not sure where you are, then you definitely need to reach out to me or my team so we can make sure that you are in a situation where if you could potentially be audited, we can kind of help you on the back end. If you don't have a DBA, if you don't have any of those things, as soon as you get off this live, start to prepare now. If you have been just kind of winging your business, please don't wing it in 2021, because guess what? There's not going to be any opportunity for you to be able to bring funding. There is an opportunity. I'm going to come back after this live. I'll come back in. There's a couple that came across my desk. Julie, I can say one, if you guys have not applied for the Comcast Rise grant, please apply for it, because you have until February 7th. There's a couple of more that I will drop. I'm technically on vacation, but I always look check out my emails. So I'll come back and leave a couple of grant opportunities that are coming up, and you guys have plenty of time to do it. I want you guys to get into a position to do this. The reason why is because I was talking to Julie offline, but let me tell you something, guys. There is no money like getting government money. And I'm not talking about PPP and EDIL. I used to work for the government, okay? But I get government checks from a different standpoint. I used to be a recipient of WIC food stamps and all of that. And then I went to becoming a government employee. But now I'm a government contractor. So I'm going to teach you guys who want to. I want to show you how to make the government your largest customer. But the only way for you to be able to do that in 2021 is for you to get your back end together. Get your business bank accounts. If you do have a DBA, start to kind of think about, do you want to be able to separate the liabilities on yourself and get an LLC? Don't let the internet rush you, because I see so many people out here telling people to become an S corp. really understand what an S Corp is and when you should be doing this. So in the masterclass that I'm going to do with Julie, we're going to break this all the way down, because there's certain, I'm going to show you ways to be able to maximize it if you decide to become an S Corp, and really be able to understand what that means. Because if you're a single member LLC, then I see so many people saying, well, I'm a single member LLC. How do I pay myself? Take our owner's draw. You want to be able to show on paper that you are paying yourself. I don't care if it's 1% or 10% or 50, but you want to have something that you're consistently showing on paper. Please stop. Another thing is, I want you guys to please, 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 let's not use Cash App as our way of doing business.
Hold on. I'll be back.
I'm sorry. And it's okay to have Cash App. It's okay to have Cash App.
But
let's not make it our primary way of doing business. You can please get FreshBooks, QuickBooks. Wave is free. If you go to waveapps.com, Wave is absolutely amazing. If you are not a person who likes QuickBooks, oh, I love Wave, okay?
Let me tell y'all something.
They have
Can
everything.
y'all see that?
Yes.
Okay. You see this? You see where it says coins? Okay, so that's Fidelity.
Right.
That's Wave Apps. I got Stripe, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, guys. Let me tell you something. And part of our class, it's interesting. I had an event the other night, and a young lady who's actually in like the products industry was asking me, well, what is a Wave app? If you're not using Wave for your massive clients as well as Stripe, but if you're not using Wave app right now, ladies, I'm telling you, you are missing out on a whole different part of business.
You're missing money.
To literally taking a snapshot of someone's MasterCard and their Visa card. We're going to talk. In fact, you know what, Sharita, as I'm taking notes, you keep talking. I'm going to add that to the list of things we're going to talk about.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is why I want you guys to do this, because I know I've been a startup. I didn't just get here. I didn't just start the road didn't just start coming. But what I can tell you is there are certain things that you want to look like a professional. You want to be able to use something like Wave. You know why? The reason why Julie has it is because, let me tell you something. As soon as someone views that invoice, you can see when someone uses that invoice, because guess what? Wave is they're interactive. Their connectivity is so amazing. As soon as if I send Julie a email and she opens that invoice, it tells me, hey, Julie, open the invoice. Hey, you just got paid. So you really know exactly when things are happening. And one of the things that I'm an advocate for Wave is because if you were using Wave earlier this year and you were waiting for you were using their application and they waived 2 months of the fees that they charge, and they gave it to you instantly. They were one of the few merchants who were doing that. They really support small business, because they said that they did not want to see you waiting for your money, especially when the pandemic first hit. So I was very pleased with how they handled things with small business. And another thing is they have bookkeeping at a very low cost for small businesses. The checkouts, let me tell you something, you can be at an event and you don't have to send an invoice. You get hit and someone can pay you while they're standing right there. They have everything that you need. And let me tell you something, for the very minimal cost of what we're doing and of how we're doing business, for you to miss money, it just doesn't make any sense. So we're definitely going to go over that. Of course, I'll go over the other ones because I have multiple businesses, but I'm with Julie. I have a coin thing on my phone. It's called Get to the Money. So all of the apps that I use are there, and we're going to go over each one of them. And I'm going to tell you, another part of your money blueprint is having life insurance. GoFundMe is not life insurance. If a real boss knows that we have to prepare ourselves and our families and our employees and all the people who make us successful by ensuring that we have some type of life insurance in order. So Julie, let's talk about that, because that's a key to path. Life insurance is a transfer vehicle to wealth. And yes, we got to talk about that. So going forward, we really got to get the whole scope of things. Let's take it back to the business basics. And I'm not talking about hey, you need a thing that we're going to talk about the business basics, but we're going to go beyond. When you leave this masterclass, you're going to have everything that you need at your fingertips and on your phone, tablet, MacBook, whatever you use at HP. We're going to lay it all out so that way you can really get to the money. I'm going to actually bring opportunities to the table. So I'm going to bring you the latest opportunities when it comes to funding that you can apply for right there. You should have everything you need in a folder. So when it comes through, any of my clients, and Julie can tell you, when I say, hey, Julie, here's a grant, she's like, on it, submit.
I'm on it.
I'm like,
And I will tell you guys, not to interrupt, but I am going to interrupt here. You guys, the Facebook grant was the one that I talked about. I won 3 grants this year from being tenacious. The Dooney Fund, which is going to be even bigger next year. So you guys got to apply for the Dooney Fund, and that's through Digital Undivided. I also won the Harris County. Now, this is specific to Houston. I know I have followers all over, but the Harris County Small Business Relief Fund, I also won that, and the Facebook grant. So this is not just from always going to brunch or hanging out or whatnot. These grants that are out there, it is a time suck. So while Sharita is going to be on the technical side, what we need, such as business checking account, you need to have a business email address. You need to have your paperwork together. I'm going to talk to you about some of the softer stuff on how to apply and reapply for these grants, because I'm telling you, there's 4 questions on there that are going to be the same every single time. You may have to jigger a little bit, but there's 4 specific questions, and I applied for over 27 grants that I know are going to be the same every time. And I'm going to help you work through those questions and where to store that information. So just like Sharita said, when Sharita hits you at 5 o'clock, by 5:10, you got 5 minutes of Sharita stuff. You've got all your paperwork. And then by 5:05, you've got all Julie stuff, because you stored the content that you need to copy paste, apply for the app, and at 5:10, you're hitting send. Done deal, you're back on your Peloton bike. So get ready for that masterclass, because we're really going to teach you from a holistic view how to have all this stuff together, how to have your ducks together. More importantly, how to have your paperwork and your information at your fingertips, because it's a time suck, but we're going to show you how to do it.
It is definitely a time suck. So if we can help you to kind of just get through grants, because that's the thing is, it's the research of finding them, but then taking and knowing how to complete them, because sometimes it's 3 or 4 questions that's keeping you out of getting the grants. There's 3 or 4 things that you may not be doing in the front end, in the back end. And so if we can help you to get to those, it is going to be worth you sitting in this class and really taking home on what to do, how to do it, and once you get the grants, how to be able to really maximize it, because then Julie can show you how you make that from a social media standpoint, in that digital footprint from a PR standpoint, to let others know, because other people like to see that, oh, wow, this person, let me find out a little bit more about her business. Let's see how it's like made. And let me tell you something, sometimes is when other companies see that you want a grant, their people are looking, they're on LinkedIn, they're on social media. They may inbox you, they may reach out to you and send you an email and just say, hey, did you know about this grant? Did you know about this opportunity that was out there? This happens all the time, but we don't think that these things happen. And I can tell you that they did. I won a $10,000 small business grant to a government program that's normally $10,000. But that potential thing is now putting me in a position that I'm sending, as soon as I hop off of here, for a proposal for 2 days of work for $50,000.
Oh,
so
there it is.
That 10,000 is going to 10,000. It's ultimately for 2 days of work can grow, can get me $50,000, and I don't even have to do the work in 4 months. It's not until the 3rd quarter of 2021.
That's that future money.
Quarter.
That's that future. You know, one thing we like future money. Girl, what you doing in October? Girl, making $50,000. Girl,
Yes.
I mean, just
so we really talk about this type of stuff. These are opportunities. It doesn't matter if you have a product-based business or if you're a service-based business, there are still foundational things that are across the board that you need to be able to do this. And so it's always funny to people, just to give you guys a little bit of background on my personal side, I pay my bills quarterly. I do the same thing in my business. I make sure that everything is aligned. I'm looking at, if you don't know your numbers if for January, if you're still trying to figure out your numbers in January, this is why you're not meeting your numbers. You should know in advance, because that gives you the momentum that you need to really be able to hit your numbers and hit your goals. Yes. If you do not know your numbers, it is crazy to, if you do not know your numbers, call me. I can tell you that, and Julie can tell you, I can tell you what my numbers are going to be projected for in October of 2022.
She really can,
You
guys.
have to,
I kid you not.
I can
She's
tell
so
you,
good at this stuff.
and so you have to be able to get there. Julie can, I literally book out things months in advance, in a year in advance, because you know what? I don't want to be sitting in the same year trying to figure out how I'm going to make my money. I do this in quarters and then I work backwards. So when I get to that month, then I'm like, okay, there is nothing like hitting your numbers. And Julie did it. There's nothing like hitting your quarter numbers, your monthly numbers in the first 10 or 15 days of the month.
Yes.
Anything that comes after that, it's a win. And you know what? This is how I teach people from the personal and business side. Just imagine this. I don't care if you're on your job or you're full-time in entrepreneurship. If you were able to get 1 week on the personal side, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or a month ahead in your finances, then you have more money to be able to invest into your business and to invest into those who can really be able to help you. You can also pay down debt, which will ultimately increase your credit scores. And you can leverage credit. Because I'm going to tell you something, guys. I do everything on business. I don't get in that car. Every single thing that I do is on business. And you know what? I do it in the right way, because guess what? Now I can leverage it. We're missing a lot of money. Let me tell you, people laugh. I said all the people in my phone, I'm like, y'all, I got this MasterCard from Sam's Club with no personal guarantee. Let me tell you what this business credit do. Because guess what? Now you can use that to really be able to supersede and supercharge. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to drop some free game onto you guys who are already making money in your business. If you don't have a Divvy corporate credit card, what are you doing? That is like the best fit. Divvy, Divvy. And let me tell you guys something. I'm already talking to the head of strategic partnerships about having a partnership with them in 2021. You got to be about your coin, y'all. You got to go straight to the money. You got, if you are
bring
using
me with you. Bring me with you. You already know that.
Oh yes. So all of if you guys are really looking for corporate things, and you know that, hey, I need a little help, Sharita, on the business, on the personal side, when it comes to my finances, my personal credit may not be where it needs to be. I'm going to tell you guys, if you go to my profile, you guys will see I'm a part of Wealth Wednesday. Damon John is one of the special guests. He said, if you got to keep, we in the streets are saying keep it 100, but the bank said you got to keep it 700. Thank you, Damon John, for that. Keep it 700. If your credit score.
What platform is Wealth Wednesdays? I need to put that in the chat.
So the series that we're doing is in partnership with Shea Essence. I'm saying Shea Moisture. So it's actually on the Shea Moisture's YouTube channel. It airs at 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight. So we have 2 more episodes left. Go back if you have not watched the episodes, because the very first one, Melissa from Eureka, and if you guys are not following a part of Eureka, please go to Eureka. But Melissa from Eureka and Damon John dropped so many gems in the first one. And every single week, women, what they said, experts like myself, we are coming to you and telling you exactly what you need to do to really be able to get to the funding, especially as a Black woman founder or entrepreneur. If this is a series, if you want to really know how to get to the money and hear from the experts, please go back and watch it. You missed 3, but this is the 4th one. And I believe I'm on tonight. So if you want to kind of just figure out what I talked about, because I talked about getting to the money and what that meant and what that looks like as far as talking to investors, because a lot of times do you know the funding language? Do you understand what that is? So I really broke that down with them. So you definitely want to check that out. As I said, we're going to come back, because I'm going to show you guys how to really supercharge your branding from a funding standpoint and a strategic partnerships. because there is nothing. Affiliates are great, and we all like affiliate money, because guess what? My affiliate money just hit my bank account today. But there is nothing like being able to be brand ambassador positions, which are very lucrative if you know how to do them right. And then to also be able to get into a position where you become a partner of that business and really be an advocate or a spokesperson. So I'm going to show you guys from that standpoint how to do it.
And I can definitely attest to that, you guys, two things, because I just love to listen to Sharita. I just like to have her talk, and I jot down notes, and so I have to go back. So one thing that she'll be proud of me of, and I had put in my reintroduction, for the next 5 years, I'm on a slash and stack. And what is slash and stack? Is SNS. Slash my debt, stack my coins. Slash my debt, I love a hand gesture. Slash my debt, stack my coins. So the first thing I did this year, I waited to the end of the year because one of my boys said, hey, best time to buy a car, end of the year. You guys know I have not. I've been like the last 2 or 3 years. So this year was such a good year, and this was not because of PPP. Don't worry, I don't have none of those issues. My records are stellar. I went ahead and paid in cash a 2015 X3 235i, fully loaded with your BMW, girl. When I say fully loaded, girl, every package. So the cold weather, the premium, the seats, stuff that I didn't even know about. And I said to God, God, if I could just get a sunroof, that's all I care about. God said, no, girl, you're one of my kids. Let me just give you this panoramic. Let me give you the sky. So you and the people in the back seat with the heated seats can ride in style. So yes, when you are a good and faithful servant, when your business does well, the thought of taking any more debt, and I thought about Sharita, girl, I thought about you when I was signing the papers. And I went and I said, listen, this is what I want to spend. What is my drive off the lot? Give me your drive off number. He said, I can do it for this. I said, I can do it for that. So, and that was it. All cash. Like Sharita said, I paid for my insurance for the first time ever, 6 months in a chunk. Done. Boom.
Yes.
So, and then I started looking at my cash at the end of the year, stacking, and I'm on self because of Sharita. I'm on that credit score of NBA players. I mean, every morning when I wake up, I be looking through my money. And that's the first thing I look at. What's my credit score doing? What's Fidelity Investments doing? What's Chase Bank doing? What's People's Trust Credit Union doing? And it's all because of conversations I've had with Sharita. So that was my big win this year outside of Facebook and everything else. I was able to purchase a vehicle in cash, a luxury SUV. I said I wanted to move into small luxury SUV. And it's because of some of the principles that she's talked about, really watching my money and really understanding where I can slash my debt and stack my cash instead. So I'm super excited about that. Then she had said something else, and now I'm in the car thing. I completely forgot what I was going to come back to, but that's okay because I want to be conscious of time because I know we're always working, and there's so much good stuff. What I really want you to do, because I have notes, don't worry, Sharita, we're going to talk about all this in the masterclass. What I really want you to do, because you've talked about wealth strategies, we can't get into credit tools and tips because we'll be here all damn day, because I know that you are the well. So I want you to do 10 girl get your, or 5 to 10 girl get your money right tips for 2021. You have your finger on the pulse of trends. I know you know what's hot, what's not, what we need to start getting rid of, or what we need to start thinking about. So give us about 5 to 10 good girl get your money right tips for 2021 from Sharita Humphreys, the Money Mentor.
So number 1, credit is king. I challenge, if you are below 750 or below 700, I challenge you to work on your credit. If you need some help, you need some guidance, let me know. Like I said, I'm a partner of self. We will get you to that goal. You have to have your scores across the board, not Credit Karma, not credit.com, not Identity IQ, FICO. Your FICO scores have to be over 700. That's number 1. Number 2, get your money right is ensuring that you decrease the amount of personal debt that you have, because ultimately that impacts your credit scores. So if I want you to come up with a number, whether that's 10%, 15, or 35%, come up with a number, a percentage of debt that you will reduce in 2021. I think that will give you a really good tool on really being able to hit it. Because I know what some people say, well, they see their debt and they're $100,000. Well, I'm gonna do 20,000. That could be overwhelming. Give yourself a percentage and then start bumping that percentage up as you see that you're paying down debt. If you have credit card debt, number three, please, please, please pay that off. Because let me tell you something, credit card debt or in payday loans or parallel brothers and sisters, okay? Because let me tell you something, credit card debt can go quick. You can have 500 and it can turn to 5,000 really quickly, same as a payday loan, really quickly. So if you need some help with that, definitely reach out to me. Number four, I challenge you to have a savings number, a number that you're going to commit to. I said, I told my client, I said, you have to save $1,000 every month for, she's like, I don't know the number. I was like, you pick it or I'm going to pick it. And so she said, so she didn't come up with anything. So I said, guess what? Get your money. So she said, well, I don't know how much. I said, well, you know what? Based on all of the things that I'm looking at, you have about $1,000 that you can put back. So guess what? We've automated and set up. So she will have a minimum of $12,000 saved. It doesn't have to be that, but I want you to have a number and stick with it and put a date on it. Don't say, oh, by the end of the year when I'm going to have it. No, it's going to be the 31st or the 1st of December or the 15th of December. Have a date on when you're going to have that. And I always say, try to challenge yourself. Try to make it before October, the end of October. You know why? Because a lot of times we start to get into the holidays and we're like, oh, well, I'll save the rest next year. So try to save as much as you can between January and October. If you can, start with the heaviest amount in the beginning, because it makes it easier as you go along. And when you start to see the smallest numbers, you will like, oh, I can throw another 50 or another 100 to that. So if you can, start with the biggest number that you can save and kind of tailor it down from there. Because I'm telling you, the momentum that you will have over the next several months, you'll start to throw more things to it, because you see, oh, this is small, I can do this. If you said, okay, I'm only going to do 50, and then you got an extra 50, now you have 100. Really start there. Number 5, please, please, please. COVID-19 has no respective person. They have a new strand of COVID
in Colorado.
In Colorado. So I challenge all of everybody, this is a part of your health, your wealth plan, and getting your money right. And the first thing is getting your health together. You can't be a boss sick. You can't activate at the highest level that you need to activate at if you're not feeling well. So if you some of these extra pounds, I was on my Peloton before I got on here. That's why I got braids. and so tell you, get your fitness together, because you're going to need all of that. We don't want to be tucking and trying to hide and asking Camille, can you take in this? Can you kind of took this? Can you Photoshop this? That's a part of your health. That's a part of your wealth plan. Because as we feel good, we can execute at the highest level. We can show up and show out. So I know that has, most people are like, why do you throw that in? Because as women, that's a part of anybody, but it's for us, what we look like when we feel good. Oh, we can come on and we can show up and show out. So I want you guys to invest into the things. Get you a home gym. Go to Walmart, Academy, wherever you live. If you're watching this in another state outside of Texas, invest into your health. Number 6, get life insurance. Get life insurance. Get life insurance. That is, we're not going to be here, but preparation is everything. Let that be a part of your money plan. Number 7, please, 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 please. If you are commingling your money, your bank accounts, please commit today to not doing that and really looking at what merchant account or what bank you're going to do. You missing money, because guess what? I just opened it for my new business. I just got $300 from Chase. Y'all would have thought they gave me $3,000. The way that when that 300 hit, that's a stimulus check. So
It hit
I got a,
like a stimulus check about to hit.
I
Like,
said, you know what, Chase? I said, okay, Chase, get you some, sign up. If let me tell you something.
hold on, how
So
you do
many
it? Do
banks.
it again, Sharita. How you did? Okay, Chase.
Okay,
Okay,
Chase.
I hate it. I
I
hate it.
was I'm sorry, y'all. I'm funny though. I talk about money and it's serious, but I gotta keep the fun in the money. But let me tell you something. It is nothing like that. Because guess what I did with that $300? I said, okay, Chase, guess what I'm about to do with y'all $300? I am my brand. So let me go ahead and go buy my bike. Thank you, Chase.
Girl, but guess what I'm thinking? You know how my brand will start spinning. You and I are gonna pitch Chase Bank on an OK Chase campaign. And this is how
Okay,
people
Chase.
react when we open business checking accounts or when we get some rewards. We be like,
Never.
OK Chase. Girl, the whole t-shirt line. What? I'm gonna pitch the thunder
And I
to
can
LinkedIn. Watch what I
I'm
do.
telling you guys, it was funny, but I'm serious. You are I was rewarded for opening up a bank account. So what can you do with that? That was you could have used that $300, 75 of that $300 and got you it's a business expense because guess what? She's a real established business. So you can use that to get your discovery call. So you can utilize things like that. If you are not a part of nav.com, what are you doing? NAV has $10,000 a grant. And guess what? I am really good friends with the head of marketing there. And so I'm definitely going to have her to come. I'm going to ask her and pull on her and ask her, will she come and give and bring some more champagne to this. Just because she's a Caucasian woman does not mean that she can't be a part of the Melanin crew. So I will definitely reach out to them because guess what? It is that if you're ready for $10,000, they give $10,000 quarterly. So to a small business, and they love to be able to support Black and Brown businesses. Number nine, number nine,
yeah, as she continues with her tips, ladies, in 2021, everybody wants the melanin. They want to support you. They want to be adjacent to you. They want to be around you. My good girlfriend, that's my classmate, bought her I Am the Table Champagne Melanin mug, and she is right there on social media. So don't think that your allies only have to look like me and Sharita. Your allies are out there. They're like, listen, we better start throwing money at these Black girls. Just fling money at them heifers. So get ready.
Get your money. Right. Number nine.
Okay,
I have enjoyed. Number 9. We're gonna close it out at 10. Number 9. I have a national small business accelerator for Black and Brown women, revenue generating Black and Brown women, because we're closing the gap between getting into being a startup and Goldman Sachs. So if you really want to be able to really get to the money and really, 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 really take your business to the next level, I told Julie, I am instructed to help create 1,000 Black and Brown millionaires. But I have a real passion for Black because guess what? 80% of that, I want to be able to support Brown, but I'm going to make sure 80% of that 1,000 that I'm charged to do this decade gets to the $1 million mark. It is a different situation when you get there. Even if $1 million is not your thing, if you just want to know how to get to $100,000 or how to be able to get to $250,000, then we definitely want to do that. Number 10, I want you guys to follow me because I'm telling you, if you think Julie is coming out with something, I am going to slay it all because I'm going to give you all the money tips. I'm going to let you guys come behind the scenes with me. If you want to know how to be able to really get to the money and get access to the table, I don't want to be the only brown girl at the table. And a lot of times in the tables that I'm sitting at, I'm normally the only brown girl. And I don't want to be the only brown girl talking about how wonderful that we are because I'm coming from a money aspect. There's someone who's coming from a creative aspect. So I want us to really be able to come together and build an ecosystem. So that's my number 10. Know the difference between your network and your ecosystem. An ecosystem is where you're really going to get access to everything you need, resources, funding, opportunities, but most importantly, support. The network is great, but I challenge all of you to develop a strong ecosystem. With that, thank you guys so much for having me. You can go over to my website at SharitaMHumphrey.com. Make sure that you're on my newsletter because guess what? I have some giveaways that I'm doing. I'm giving away some money because guess what? As you climb, my mentor that told me this, and I want to shine off with this. As you climb, you lift. So if I can help another Black brown woman from a financial standpoint, whether that's helping her to get an opportunity to work with Julie, whether that's bringing her to the table with myself, or even just being able to support and share resources and what I did to be able to get here, I definitely want to be able to do this. Thank you guys so much for having me. I look forward to creating more financial trailblazers. We are creating our own path to wealth. We're not waiting on anyone to give it to us. So with that, thank you guys so much. Happy New Year. And I look forward to helping you guys get to the $1 million mark.
And don't leave just yet. I want you to shout out, even though it's on the, my favorite, the banners. I want you to tell the people where they can find you.
SharitaMHumphrey.com. Yes, my initials are SMH, but it is not shaking my head. It is sharing money, healing. So if you are feeling broke in your bank account, then definitely call me. I'm on social media at SharitaMH. If you are looking and you're just kind of like, I don't have a business yet, but I want to, I have a free Facebook group. It's the Money Mindset Movement, because you got to get your mindset right to get to the money. Outside of that, you guys can always reach out to me over again at SharitaMHumphrey.com. If you are watching this on the replay, definitely come back, put hashtag replay. And for those who, I'm going to give a giveaway, because you know what, this is the giving season. If there is a person who wants to really be able to pick my brain for 1 hour, I will do a champagne and melanin for complimentary consult. Those consults are normally $750 for 1 hour, but I will gift this because guess what? I would not be here without the support of my ecosystem. And of course, Julie is a part of my ecosystem. So I definitely want to come back, drop melanin into the drop hashtag melanin in the comments, and I'll come back. And tomorrow I will let Julie announce who the winner is.
Oh my God, I'm so excited, you guys. I'm about to put this ticker tape back up here so it can scroll on the bottom. Let's see, I'm having some connectivity issues, so it may not work. I did not know that we were going to do that, but we'll go ahead and put that back up here. Thank you, Sharita. If we can package that through via Champagne and Melanin with the fabulous Sharita Humphrey. And guys, I know the value of that package and that consultation. So that's a huge win for me to be able to gift one of you ladies, help you step into 2021. Girl, get your money right, money mindset, money movement with the money mentor, Sharita Humphrey. And here we go. So that was on the spot. But see, when you have an ecosystem and not a network, when you have an ecosystem and not just a network, these are the type of things that can happen. And when you're a boss, like the girls on the Black Girl Boss Chat, you can make on the snap decisions just like that. So I'm going to match Miss Sharita Humphrey. So guess what I'm going to do, Sharita? Ask me what I'm going to do.
What?
So for the women that enter Sharita Humphrey's contest and win the package via Champagne and Melanin, I'm going to go ahead and give you my 90-minute intensive consultation. 90 minutes, $399. That's the value. Now it's going to be yours, and it's going to partner with Sharita's package. So the person that wins her package will also win mine, because I want you to go into 2021 absolutely fabulous. So that's what I'm going to do to contribute to her fabulousness. Sharita, what do you think about that?
Yes, look at that. I mean, look at that.
When you're a boss, you can stroke off $400. Like, the package is $399. We'll do it for free. Boom. So that's what we'll do. I think that's an amazing, amazing way to wrap up 2020. I think it's been a year of massive highs, super duper lows. But guess what? We're here. We're fabulous. We made it through. We got one more day. The work does not stop. Ladies, there's no time off. There's foot on next, foot on gas. Keep the pressure going. Ladies, 2021 is a year of pressure. If 2020 was the year of planting, 2021 is the year of pressure. I want you guys to keep pushing through, and in spite of and despite of, because remember, we don't do survival tactics over here. We're not just going to make it. We're not just, trying to get by. We thrive, and we continue in spite of and despite of. So keep applying the pressure and keep tuning in, because I'm going to have more amazing speakers like my girl, Sharita. Sharita, I want you to wrap it up. Give me one gem or drop some positivity that we can give to the ladies before we say bye-bye to 2020 and the very last A Black Girl Boss Chat of the year, because next year, the way these sponsors are going to be coming into the fabulousness, let the people know something, Sharita.
You are worthy of everything that you deserve. And don't discount or give away your gift in 2021, because people don't value you when you don't value you. So if this took nothing from it, the giveaway was about us showing that we value you. It's truly a gift. And we challenge you to be able to come back and be a guest on here. And at the end of 2021, gift another woman, Black woman, the opportunity to be able to see why people pay you your worth. So with that, Happy New Year, guys. Definitely check out the Shay Morse's channel for YouTube if you want to be able to live that. Thank you again for tuning in and sticking around with us. We look forward to it. We will see you guys about getting to the money part 2 in the masterclass.
Yes, I'm going to take Sharita off. I'm going to wrap it up. But Sharita, thank you so much for giving up your time. I know you're a busy entrepreneur, a busy boss, a busy mom, a great wife, and I know you have so much going on. So for you to pour into us for an hour and 15 minutes on the second to last day of the year is absolutely fabulous. But I felt in my spirit, I wanted to get this out to the women. You know, money is such a hard conversation. It's a hard topic for us to have. Credit, what do we do? Where do we go? So just the little bit of knowledge you've given in an hour, I cannot imagine what a masterclass is going to look like. I'm excited to hurry up and wrap this up so we can jump on the phone and get that figured out. So I'm going to put you back in the green room. Good looking out home. We need one more cheers. Cheers to 2021. Grab your mug. Okay, here we go. Towards
Happy
the screen.
New Year, guys.
Yes. Happy New Year. Thank you, Sharita Humphrey, the money mentor as seen on The Breakfast Club. You guys check her out and I'll be right back. So that was the very last Black Girl Boss Chat of 2020. I just want to say thank you guys for being an amazing audience. I have some amazing women lined up for 2021. I was already on the phone this morning thinking about topics for Black women entrepreneurs, what we need, what we want, and what we need to do to come together, as Sharita just said, not just a network, but a whole ecosystem. I'm going to be excited to see you guys next year. I'm going to have a whole new background, a whole bunch of stuff going on. So I'm super, super excited to pour back into you guys. I give up my time freely because I know how it was when I started and I didn't have anyone around me to support me at all. So I want to make sure that my boots are on the ground supporting you. It's your home, Champagne and Melanin, where we create, celebrate, and collaborate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. Come on home with your girl and come hang out with me. Don't forget, give me a follow at Champagne and Melanin on Instagram. If you're on the Facebook already, you're happy to be here. If you're on the YouTube, jump into Champagne and Melanin and give us a follow back. Also, don't forget to shoot me an email. Just going to run through it again. You can always email me at julie@juliogriffith.com for all your PR and communication needs. Give me a follow on the merchandise shop, the t-shirts, the sweatshirts, the mugs are there. Everything is there. You guys have been so supportive. And also, just maybe jump into the PR Masterclass. Tuesday, January 12th, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, DIY PR, be your own publicist, because you guys need to learn how to do this stuff yourself before you scale up to a publicist or a PR firm. Again, my name is Julie O. Griffith. I am the owner and the creator and founder of Champagne and Melanin, where we create, celebrate, and collaborate the lifestyle of Black women entrepreneurs. Guys, I'm trying to multitask at one time. So if I keep looking to the right, my bad. Follow us at Champagne and Melanin. Very last, a Black Girl Boss Chat of the year. And let me tell you guys, I love you guys. You guys are very supportive. You guys have stood behind me, stood beside me, and stood in front of me, leading me to the best way, standing beside me when I fall, and basically standing behind me to catch me. And I cannot wait for 2021. I've got so much stuff in store, and I'm super excited to share it with you. So have a fabulous, safe, and happy new year. Put on your mask, socially distance, and we will see you at a Black Girl Boss Chat 2021, Wednesday in January. You already know what it is. Love you guys. Bye. It's still trying to end. This is what happens when you have live TV. Let's see what it want to do.